Hey guys, it's Carter, and in today's video, we are going to be diving in on Uber stock. Ticker symbol UBER. We're going to be looking at what's going on with the company and answering that main question of should you buy this company. So I hope you guys all enjoy the video. If you guys get anything in value, hit that like button, subscribe. You guys know what to do because, guys, we are at 21,000 or almost to 21,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. I remember when this channel had 50 subscribers and I was happy with that. So thank you guys so much. If you guys are new, hit the like button, subscribe, and join the team. So let's jump into it. So for those of you that don't know what Uber is pretty much that delivery service. They deliver food and people, and the growth we've seen from this thing is absolutely crazy. If we go ahead and we zoom out, you'll notice that this thing has so much volatility. It's gone from lows here at 13 all the way up to 64, back down to 20, back up to 30, back down to 26, back up to 29. So highly volatile. And the issue that I've always seen with Uber is competition. There is so much competition in the delivery space. We have Uber, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, all these delivery services that always do actually relatively decent. And I definitely think right now in California, they're now classifying these types of industries as actual employees, which is going to be costing Uber more money because they're going to have to pay healthcare, they're going to have to pay benefits, and there's going to be possible, a offering of like car insurance and stuff like that. So that's going to take a huge chunk out of Uber and all these sectors or companies, all of their profits. But let's dive into why the company is up so much. So what we've seen, if we go to the 10-minute chart right now, you'll notice that Uber has absolutely exploded with buying pressure. And the reason why that is because of something called a fundamental catalyst. Pretty much a fundamental catalyst is when a company comes out and they release something, whether it's earnings, whether it's news, whether it's an FDA approval, whether it's something bad about the company or a CEO leaving, something like that, something that will affect the company. And what they release is something called an earnings report. So this is when the company comes out and they say, hey guys, this is all the money we've made or lost and possibly some things we need to work on. And what we saw is Uber came out and they released an earnings report that showed a 72% revenue growth. Anytime you have something like that, that's going to cause a whole bunch of people to buy this stock. The reason why is because you're investing for the future. You're looking for this trend to continue. And what the actual numbers came out to be, so a lot of analysts, I guess, thought they were going to bring in about 8.1 billion, which is so much money. But they brought in about 8.2 billion, so they brought in an extra $200 million, which is also, on top of that, the company also announced it expects gross bookings to jump 23% to 27% year over year in quarter four. So they're scaling. They are scaling up. So a lot of people are hopping in on this trend, right? Which is awesome. You always want to see people investing the money. The issue I see with Uber is a couple of things. One, the company's not profitable. Two, the company has so much competition. Competition is great for consumers, but terrible for investors because there's a broader market. It's always easier to make money when there's kind of a monopoly. And if we look at this right here, it'll kind of break down the fundamentals a little more clear. So the net income is down 327%. The net profit margin, one of the most important things inside the company, is down 210%, and that's at 32%. It's negative 32%. What that means is for every $100 Uber brings in, they actually lose about $32, which is terrible. You never want to see that. You want to see a company scaling it and or increasing that. So maybe it's 32, next quarter it's 30, then 20, 15, 11, and so on, because you want to see the company making those steps. Right now, we're not seeing that. I think it's because of some of the profits getting taken out by the possible having Uber and all of those companies, right, like DoorDash. Those delivery drivers could now be classified as employees, which company will have to call them, and pay benefits and stuff like that. But if we look at it here, I think another thing is because of this, right? This right here is terrible. The massive downward trend. It's always easier to make money when the trend is in your favor. Right now, what we're seeing is just this massive sell-off. And I understand this could be a massive turning point because they've released now 2 very solid earnings report on the revenue. Okay, this could be a major turning point inside the company, but the issue I face is just that major sell-off. Okay, so let's kind of talk about, should you buy the company? Okay, so for me, I always classify Uber, even DoorDash and all those other companies as high risk, high reward plays. The company burns through cash like no tomorrow, and I just think there is definitely better opportunity elsewhere if you're looking to invest for the long run and get solid growth. I would rather see you guys invest in the S&P 500 than Uber, right? Especially for beginners. But if you diversify and you want to take a little stab, keep it under 2%. What that means is for every $100 you have invested into other stocks, assets, bonds, ETFs, whatever you invest in, I will grant you $2 to invest in Uber for every 100, right? So what that does is it virtually makes it awesome, because if this thing sells off to 0, you're only out 2% of your portfolio, which is not much. Okay, but if this thing squeezes up, you always can buy more till you have shares to make money. So that's the best strategy I see. On top of that, what I would recommend doing is doing dollar cost averaging. So investing on that weekly basis into Uber, so you can buy these dips here and make the money off the growth. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, guys, stay positive, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and take care.